This is real quick and real short. I found out something super interesting, and I wanted to share it. As some of you, my close friends know, my mom during the war was a young girl in Germany, ended up in a bad place, and so I'm really interested in Gee Whiz and MK Ultra and how those things connect and what they might really be trying to do with it. So I was reading on MK Ultra and the use of millimeter waves, and it got me thinking. And I found a super interesting document, and that's exactly what I want to share with you. So I haven't done this before. I'm going to try to share my desktop, Zoom, see how this works, because as you can see, I have a high budget operation here. And so I'm just doing this to talk and get information and just have a little community of us that are Christians that just want to help and support each other. Just have a little community. Okay, so let me see if I can share my screen to let you know what this is. First of all, okay, do you know the millimeter waves that are used in, Gee Whiz? Okay, I will tell you. Millimeter waves use frequencies from 30 to 300 gigahertz, which are 10 to 100 times higher than the radio waves used today for 4G Whiz and Wi-Fi networks. They're called millimeter because wavelengths vary between 1 and 10 millimeters. That's what I want you to remember, okay? 1 and 10 millimeters. So let me show you this. So oops, okay, I shut that window. So let me show you this other document. Okay, let me try it again. Share screen. Okay. This I found on CIA.gov, library, reading room, docs, okay? The title of this is The Effect of Millimeter Waves on the Microflora in Room Air. And microflora is basically bacteria. There's good bacteria, there's bacteria. We would die without bacteria. We need bacteria. I don't know if have any of you ever taken, had a bad sinus infection or a bad pneumonia or bronchitis that didn't go away. They gave you 2 or 3 rounds of antibiotics or super strong antibiotics, and you were sensitive to them, and then you started getting diarrhea and stomach upset. Well, that's called pseudomembranous colitis. That's what that's called. Well, then they have to give you an antibiotic for that, because what it does is those antibiotics killed also the good bacteria. So the good bacteria in your system die, and then you have to take this other antibiotic to kill the antibiotics that are killing the good bacteria. Anyway, so what I'm saying, the point is bacteria, we need a lot of it to live, okay? So let me read this to you. What is interesting, the wavelengths they used in this test, what size they were. Imagine this, right? 5.7 to 7.1 millimeters, and I can't highlight that. And also they did with 2.6 to 5.2, but they're all 1 to 10, right? Same exact length. And let's go down to some of the results, okay? The effect of millimeter wave on the microflora of the air in a room was investigated, which that just means that the bacteria in the room. The experiment showed that when a room is irradiated with millimeter waves, the number of bacteria in the air is reduced radically, especially during the first hour, blah, blah, blah. Well, I wonder why they turn these things on and birds flop out of the sky. Really. Okay, so let's go to the conclusion of this, right? Millimeter waves exert a bactericidal action with regard to the microflora in the air of a lab room. The efficiency of the bactericidal action depends on wavelength and irradiation time. Well, I am going to do a little bit more on, MK Ultra and millimeter waves, but I wanted to share that with you. I think that's interesting. I think that's important to know. This stuff, they're really trying to human beings, in my opinion. But anyway, love y'all in Christ, and I'll see you soon.